Hello guys, it is Tuesday, time for book review, the chapters, well actually the protocols, and I've got to go check on my dog right quick. Alright, as you know, we got a cat, and as of now the dog now has PTSD, because he thought the cat gets within 2 feet of him, he is scared shitless she's going to scalp him again, or at least try to, as she already has tried to. Now, we looked at Protocol 10 last Tuesday, but we shall talk about how they're going to destroy the current society that we already have, because they designed it. Now remember, this is not anti-Semitic at all. This is anti-government. It just happens to be the Zionists are the ones running the government. If it was, it wouldn't matter who it was. I'd still have an issue with them. And you will see why in a minute. Protocol 11. Having established approximately the modus agenda, we will occupy ourselves with details of those combinations by which we still to complete the revolution in the course of the machinery of the right of association, freedom of conscience, voting principle, many other that must disappear forever from the memory of man. Do you understand what they're saying? Basically, they're going to take everything that we currently have, wipe it out of memory. Gone. My cousin Alicia has a 3-year-old little girl. Beautiful kid. We'll call her Penny. Her generation probably will not be voting, because they want to destroy that. And her generation they're up to that point of telling them there's no point in voting. Freedom is ignorance. It's slavery. Remember, 1984, George Orwell. Ignorance is strength. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. You know what? I'm going to get that book, and I'm going to go back through the chapters, all of it, with y'all. Now, we are wolves. The Goyim, you and me, are a flock of sheep, and we, they're wolves. And you know what happens when the wolves get hold of the flock. So, then it goes on to talk about liberties. Oh yes, let's just sum it up with number 6 under We Are Wolves. It is not worth to say anything about how long a time they will be kept awaiting for this return of freedom. They're going to take our liberties. They're not going to give them back. They've already taken them. Think about it. There's a reason that the song Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. Oh God, Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer was rewritten after 2001. It became Grandma Got Molested at the Airport. It talks about how we are groped at airports. I mean, our physical privacy is violated. I don't know if any of y'all have flown since 2001. I have. And it is the most intrusive ordeal ever. Pap smears aren't this intrusive, okay? Now, moving on. Protocol 12. The word freedom, which can be interpreted in various ways, is defined by us as follows. Freedom is the right to do which the law allows. The interpretation of the word will at the proper time be of service to us, because all freedom will thus be in our hands, since the laws will be abolished or create only that which is desirable for us according to the aforesaid program. So basically, they make the laws. We are free to obey them as they are, or whenever they get ready to change them. What is so frightening is seeing all these people who they don't understand what a Zionist really is. They don't get that the whole purpose of its creation was to, one, reestablish Israel. Even if they had to steal and kill, they had no problem with it. And look what they've done to the Palestinians that had been there for over 2,000 years. Since the last time God kicked them out. Now, we move on to, remember back here, it was under Protocol 5, masses led by lies, because we control the press. Not a single announcement will reach the public without our control. Every time we see something, hear something in the corporate media, they approve it. It has to go through their approval. The opinions have to be their approved opinions. This is why a couple years ago I see where Mika Brzezinski outright said that it's their job to control what we think. No, it's not. That is why we are seeing such a frantic pace to change. And one speech Trump did, he said this internet thing is out of control. Meaning that there are so many people like me, like myself, they are looking at this and saying, this is bullshit. I'm not going along with this. And we're spreading it. Now, let's turn again to the future of the printing press, which is dying, by the way. Everyone desires of being a publisher, librarian, or printer will be obliged to provide himself with the deployment instituted therefore, which, in case of any fault, will be immediately impounded. With such measures, the instrument of thought will become an educative means to hand in the hands of our government, not ours, but theirs, which will no longer allow the mass of the nation to be led astray in byways and fantasies about the blessing of progress. Remember, it's their job to tell us how to think or what to think. Free press destroyed. Okay? You can go, Patty. Sarge's he's gotten to a point, well, at night now, it'll be him survey the room, make sure it's safe for us to relax, and go to sleep, and then tuck him in and give him his little snack. Yes, that's what his life has become to. Only lies printed. We shall have a sure triumph over our opponents, since they will not have their disposition organs of the press in which they can give full and final expression of their views. Owing to the aforesaid methods of dealing with the press, they say something you don't like, buy them. If you can't buy them, destroy them. That's it right there. Protocol 13. Woohoo! We deceive workers in order to distract who may be too troublesome from discussions of questions of the political. We are now putting forward the alleging to be new questions of political, namely questions of industry. I gotta pause this right quick and check on something. Alright. I couldn't say. Okay. Think about this. Football is over 50 years old. Let's say 60. And in the last 10, 15 years, we have had fantasy football. And only then have we had it. Why? Because people started looking into 9/11. People started to realize that there was something really, really wrong with the narrative and the story we were given. Then we had fantasy football and everybody started scurrying over. Be a part of the game. No. You're not a part of the game. You never will be. Okay. Capiche? Good. We further distract them with amusements, games, pastimes, passions, people's palaces. Hello, Kardashians. Soon we will begin, through the press, to propose competitions in art and sport of all kinds. American Ninja is the average person. That's a competition. America's Voice. America's Got Voice. Some shit like that. America's Got Talent. And then The Voice. And all these type of shows. It's just a distraction. Sports, right here. I've said all along, football is nothing but a distraction. It wasn't originally, but it has become that. Protocol 14. You're going to love this one. We shall forbid Christ. At the same time, we shall not omit to emphasize the historical mistakes of the Goy governments, which have tormented humanity for so many centuries by their lack of understanding of anything that constitutes the true good of humanity, and in their chase after fantastic schemes of social blessings, and have never noticed that these schemes kept on producing a worse and never a better state of the universe. Relations which are based on the basis of human life. They're basically going to kill off Christ. They're going to diminish his presence. Well, it's going to try to. And just, well, you know what? Let me read one last part to you. And countries known as progressive and enlightened have created a senseless, filthy, amiable literature. Now, who would that ever be? We shall forbid Christ. Need I say more on that one? Protocol 15. Oh, these are lovely people. I've got to remember to invite them for Thanksgiving. Really. Secret societies such as your Freemasons, Eternal and International and National Police Fraternity, all these things or their creation for the most. Oh, here's a lovely group. The lodges will have the representatives who will serve to screen the above-mentioned administration of Masonry, and from whom will issue the watchword of the program. You cannot just walk in and say, hey guys, I'm here, I want to join. No. You have to be a certain character. You have to be trustworthy in their eyes. But as you go up, you realize nothing is what it seems. Nothing. Because it's all a big shit show. Anyway, here we go. But if there should arise in its midst a plot, then at the head of that plot will be no other than one of our most trusted servants. So if one of the lodges are to be destroyed, they'll do it. Gentiles, you and me, are stupid. The Goyim enter the lodges out of curiosity or in hope by their means to get a nibble at the public pie. And some of them in order to obtain a hearing before the public for their impracticable and groundless fancies, they thirst for the emotion of success and applause, of which we are remarkably generous. In other words, they're making fools of us. I mean, I don't think I need to go any further than that with that part. They really, here's something you need to know. We have set them on the hobby horse of an ideal about the absorption of identity by the symbolic unit of collectivism. Gentiles are cattle. What cattle? Moo! Well, I don't have any udders. Sorry about that one. We execute Masons in such wise that none save the Brotherhood can ever have a suspicion of it. Not even the victims themselves, or of death sentence. They will die when required, as if from a normal kind of illness. We demand submission. Well, I think that pretty well speaks for that whole section. They want submission. They want people going us to submit to them. That's my reply. We shall be cruel. Our government will have the appearance of a patriarchal parental guardianship on the part of our ruler, that they will acknowledge the autocracy of our ruler with devotion bordering on apotheosis. No. That's not going to happen. Well, I'm going to stop here because I'm almost at 20 minutes. But I think you're going to like 16 and on and on and on. I honestly don't know what it's going to take to wake people up. I certainly hope sharing this does it. If you don't, I don't know. Like, subscribe, share, comment below. See you tomorrow.